Listen up, gangsters and honeys with your hair done. Pull up a chair, hun, and put it in the air, son. Dog, whatever they call you, God, just listen. I spit a story backwards, it starts at the ending. The bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one, screaming, shoot, don't please. I put my fifth back on my hip. It's like a VCR rewinding a hit. He put his hands back on his bitch. My caravan doors open up. I jump back in the van and close the shut, go in reverse. Slowly prepared, my nigga jungle others out. Something crazy like go he there. Sitting back in his chair, we hitting the ropes. The smoke
This
goes
is,
back
hey,
in the blunt.
I'm too high for this. I ain't gonna lie. What's good, man? It's Dex. I'm in the building, man. Got another song reaction. Today I got Nas. First time reacting to Nas on the channel. I got Nas Rewind. Somebody left this in the comment section. They said he's storytelling. It seems like it's looking like New York is the place to go if you want to hear some niggas telling some crazy stories. I've reacted to Big, and every time I say that, it's crazy. Like actually listening to Biggie Smalls now, the Notorious B.I.G. is crazy, but he's everything they crank him up to be. You know, they said he's on Mount Rushmore. They say he's one of the best storytellers, one of the best MCs. He's lyrical. And just off listening to Give Me the Loot, 10 Crack Commandments, I feel like there's another one in Niggas Bleed. Niggas Bleed? Niggas Bleed is hard. I've reacted to 50 Cent Ghetto Quran. He's telling some stories. He's painting a picture. We all know Tupac can storytell and paint pictures. Now they saying Nas is one of the best storytellers. I've seen a few people that said Nas is the best storyteller. So I'm excited about this. Is New York the rap mecca? It seems like all the legends, not all the legends, but most of the legends came from New York. Big Daddy Kane, I reacted to him. I think Rakim, he came from New York. 50 Cent, Pac, well, we know Pac was kind of sprinkled a little bit everywhere, you know, New York, Baltimore, in Marin City in California, LA, Los Angeles in California. We know Pac, he's from a little bit everywhere, but Biggie Smalls, New York, Nas, like I said, Big Daddy Kane, Big L, Rakim. I'm even hearing it's a lot of niggas from New York. I got a long list of rappers I need to react to. Everybody telling me you need to react to him. I got a long list, but it seems like that's where the best niggas come from. I'm from the South though. I'm from Texas, and you get storytelling in Texas. Not even just Texas. We got Boosie and Webby. Them some of the best storytellers ever. But we bring a little something different out here. It's not storytelling, but we got some greats too. But it seemed like New York was producing a lot of great MCs. I didn't even mention Big Pun and Fat Joe and Cameron, and I ain't even mention none of them niggas. But let's get into this Nas Rewind, man. I feel like I've already done enough talking on here. Y'all tap in, let me know what artists y'all want me to react to next. Leave comments at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss no drops. Nas Rewind. Let's see what he talking about, man.
Listen up, gangsters and honeys with your hair done. Pull up a chair, hun, and put it in the air, son. Dog, whatever they call you, God, just listen. I spit a story backwards, it starts at the ending. The bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one.
This about to be crazy, man. This nigga said he's telling a story backwards. These New York niggas, man, they creative, dog. And this was back in the day. Niggas was getting creative back in the day. Let's go, man.
Listen up, gangsters and honeys with your hair done. Pull up a chair, hun, and put it in the air, son. Dog, whatever they call you, God, just listen. I spit a story backwards, it starts at the ending. The bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one, screaming, shoot, don't please. I put my fifth back on my hip. It's like a VCR rewinding a hit. He put his hands back on his bitch. My caravan doors open up. I jump back in the van and close the shut, go in reverse. Slowly prepared, my nigga jungle others out. Something crazy like go he there. Sitting back in his chair, we hitting the ropes. The smoke
this is, hey, I'm too high for this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm too high for this, bruh. Like, he's really telling the story back. This shit crazy. I'm too high for this shit, man. I should have picked another. I'm thinking too much. Like he's saying here they go there. I don't know, but I'm trying to put it back, and it's crazy. This is crazy. This nigga's rapping though. This is creative. This is what I'm saying. These New York niggas, dog. I ain't heard Jay-Z can Jay-Z do some shit like this? I ain't heard nothing about, ain't nobody left nothing about Jay-Z in my comments. No, nothing when it comes to storytelling and shit. I don't know. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, Kenny, if he can, give me a song. Give me a song. But these New York niggas, dog, I got to run it back a little bit.
Blunt gets bigger, open up, holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one, screaming shoot, don't please. I put my fifth back on my hip, it's like a VCR rewinding a hit. He put his hands back on his bitch, my caravan doors open up. I jump back in the van and close it shut, go in reverse, slowly prepared. My nigga Jungle utters out something crazy like go he there. Sitting back in his chair, we hitting the ropes. The smoke goes back in the blunt gets bigger and
crazy. The blunt gets bigger, crazy.
Crazy like go he there, sitting back in his chair, we hitting the ropes. The smoke goes back in the blunt gets bigger and broke. Jungle unrolls it, put his weed back in the jar. The blunt turns back into a cigar. We listen to speak. It sounded like heavy metal fans spinning records backwards of AC/DC. I give my niggas dap, jump out the van back first, back upstairs, took off the black shirt.
Yeah.
I'm in the crib with the phone in my ear. Listen up so y'all can figure out the poem real clear. The voice on the phone was like, outside, right, we. So with my mouth wide, holding my heat. Bullets, I had plenty to squeeze, plenty for ya. Cause Jungle said, block your own enemies up. Hung up the phone, then the phone rang. I'm laid in the bed thinking about this pretty young thing who left. She came back, her clothes just fell to the rug. She fell to my bed and gave me a hug. I told her no hell. She talk about me kiss. Bobbed her head to spit a nut back in my dick. Started sucking with no hands, a whole lot of spit. Then got up and put a bra back on her tits. Got fully dressed and told me stress really I'm. Picked up a Gucci bag and left a nigga behind. Walking through the door, she rang the bell twice. I vomited vodka back in my glass with juice and ice. The clock went back from 3 to 2 to 1, and that's about the time the story begun. That's when I first heard the voicemail on the cell. It said, son, we found that nigga, we got a kid.
Hey, yo, son, you hear me? You hear me? Listen, man, this dude right on the block right now, man. I found him right now. I see him right now. Let's kill him.
Yo, this Nas, leave it. Peace.
This was crazy, dog. I gotta run it back. It's short. It's a short story, but this nigga really told a story backwards. I ain't never heard that in my life, bruh. Nas on some shit, man. That was hard. I gotta run that back real quick. I gotta run that back. Y'all vibe with me, man. These niggas. It's my first time reacting to Nas. I have heard Nas before, especially when 𝐒𝐔 dropped. My uncle went and bought that album, but I only listened to 𝐒𝐔. And after, I went on from 𝐒𝐔, I started listening to Lil Wayne 𝐒𝐔. Lil Wayne, his version of 𝐒𝐔 is hard, but Nas shit was crazy too. He killed Jay-Z ass. But I have listened to Nas before. This is not my first time hearing Nas, but all the Nas I've listened to has been just the shit that used to come on 106 in Park, radio hits. I remember One Mic. I can't really tell you a lot of Nas. I don't know a lot of Nas songs. One Mic and 𝐒𝐔 and If I Rule the World. I'm reacting to that next. I just thought about that. I remember that song, but I don't remember it. I remember Lil Wayne rapping on that beat and doing his thing, but I do remember Nas. I think that's a hit if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna react to that next. Nas, If I Rule the World. But like I said, this is not my first time listening to Nas. This is my first time listening to a track that wasn't a hit, or it wasn't on 106 in Park, or wasn't on the radio. But y'all vibe with me, man. This that shit was hard. I'm gonna run it back. Let's go.
Listen up, gangsters and honeys, with your hair done. Pull up a chair, honey, put it in the air, son. Dog, whatever they call you, God, just listen. I spit a story backwards, it starts at the ending. The bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one. Screaming, shoot, don't please. I put my, just listen.
That was hard, man.
It starts at the ending. The bullet goes back in the
bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes closing this nigga This shit fucking me up. The bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one. That back to square one. He rapping, bro. This shit still, like I said, I'm too high for this, man.
Gun, the bullet holes closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one, screaming shoot don't please. I put my fifth back on my
screaming
hip.
shoot
like
don't please.
He put his hands back on his bitch. My caravan doors open up. I jump back in the van and
so he jumped out of the van on a nigga. He was with his bitch. I mean, he was with his chick. Guess he had his hands on her. And did this. Hey, this is this is too much for me right now. Dog, pause. The bullet. So I shot the nigga in front of his girl. Damn. That nigga said my caravan doors open up. I jumped back in the van, closed it shut. That's when he say he like
open up. I jump back in the van and close the holes, closing his chest of a nigga. Now he back to square one, screaming shoot don't please. I put my fifth back on my hip. It's like a VCR rewinding the hit. He put his hands back on his bitch. My caravan doors open up. I jump back in the van and close it shut. Go in reverse, slowly prepared. My nigga jungle utters out something crazy like go he there, sitting back in his chair. Open up. I jump back in the van and close it shut. Go in reverse, slowly prepared. My nigga jungle.
Nigga said my nigga jungle utters out something crazy like go he there. This is crazy, man.
Others out something crazy like go he there, sitting back in his chair. We hitting the ropes, the smoke goes back in the blunt gets bigger and broke. Jungle unrolls it, put his weed back in the jar. The blunt turns back into a cigar.
The blunt turned back into a cigar. Like Nas putting this shit together, man. I'm just thinking about. Like this is some shit. This is some shit right here. This is some shit. No wonder why it's only 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Cause he can't do this for 3 verses. That's tough. But this is some crazy shit.
Goes back in the blunt, open up. I jump back in the van and close it shut. Go in reverse, slowly prepared. My nigga jungle utters out something crazy like
go he there,
sitting back in his chair.
We hitting the ropes, the smoke goes into the blunt. The blunt gets bigger and grows. Put the weed back in the jar. Turns back into a cigar.
Listen to Stevie. It sounded like heavy metal fans spinning records backwards of AC/DC. I get my niggas dap, jump out the van back first. Back upstairs, took off the black shirt.
My nigga said he jumped out the van back first.
I'm in the crib with the phone in my ear. Listen up so y'all can figure out the poem real clear. The voice on the phone was like, outside, right, we. So with my mouth wide, holding my heat. Bullets, I had plenty to squeeze, plenty for ya. Cause Jungle said, block your own enemies up. Hung up the phone, then the phone rang. I'm laid out wide, holding my heat. Back upstairs, took off the black shirt. I'm in the crib with the phone in my ear. Listen up so y'all can figure out the poem real clear. The voice on the phone was like, outside, right, we. So with my mouth wide,
we are. Okay, I'm really. Hey, this is really fucking me up, man. Like I'm putting it together.
In my heat, bullets, I had plenty to squeeze, plenty for ya. Cause Jungle said, block your own enemies up. Hung up the phone, then the phone rang. I'm laid in the bed thinking about this pretty young thing who left. She came back, her clothes just fell to the rug. She fell to my bed and gave me a hug.
That's crazy.
No hell. She talking about me kiss. Bobbed her head to spit a nut back in my dick.
That nigga said I told her no hell. She talking about me kiss. Has anybody has any other rapper done some shit like this? I know it would be like, yeah, they mimicking Nas, but this is I want to hear somebody do this. Can somebody, tell a story backwards? This is insane.
Started sucking with no this pretty young thing who left. She came back, her clothes just fell to the rug. She fell to my bed and gave me a hug. I told her no hell. She talking about me kiss. Bobbed her head to spit a nut back in my dick. Started sucking with no hands, a whole lot of spit. Then got up and put a bra back on her tits. Got fully dressed and told me stress really I'm. Picked up a Gucci bag and left a nigga behind. Walking through the door, she rang the bell
she
twice.
Picked up a bag and said, she picked up the bag and said, stress really I'm. Picked up a Gucci bag.
Got fully dressed and told me stress really I'm. Picked up a Gucci bag and left a nigga behind. Walking through the door, she rang the bell twice. I vomited vodka back in my glass with juice and ice. The clock went back from 3 to 2 to 1, and that's about the time the story begun. That's when I first heard the voicemail on the cell. It said, son, we found that nigga, we got a kid.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, son, you hear me? You hear me? Listen, man, this dude right on the block right now, man. I found him right now. I see him right now. Let's kill him.
Yo, this Nas, leave it. Peace.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Damn. I was gonna say another op of Tupac, but you know, Nas and Pac, they kind of patched their shit up. You know, Pac was actually a big fan of Nas. He loved his music, so I feel different towards Nas like than I feel towards Biggie. Even though I don't feel no way towards Biggie no more. I'm a grown man now, but when I was younger, I did. That's why I'm just now listening to Biggie, but Nas is, you know, his situation, is different. You know, I need to tap into Nas catalog. If Pac was fucking with Nas music, I'm probably gonna fuck with it too. That was crazy though. That was hard. That was I've never heard nothing like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I said the same thing after I listened to Niggas Bleed, bruh. I ain't heard nothing like this. These niggas is spitting, bro. These New York niggas is different. New York niggas is different. I need more Nas tracks. Somebody told me to listen to this in the comments, and I think I seen a few more. Everybody's been telling me that, okay, you tapping in with Biggie, now it's time to listen to more Nas and Mobb Deep. I don't know if I can listen to Mobb Deep. I ain't gonna lie. How Pac talked about them, I'm being childish, but that really was a thing for me. How Pac disrespected them. It made me, like, people when they leave them in the comments, like I'm asking them, like, damn, Mobb Deep was really good. I've never, you know, they don't really. I heard they were good lyricists, but they don't really bring them up a lot when they talking about, or maybe I haven't heard about it, but when they talking about great MCs from New York. But I'm willing to tap in, leave some Mobb Deep tracks, leave more Nas tracks. Any New York niggas, man, any of them talented niggas that can do some shit like this, or some elite storytelling. And if Jay-Z got some shit that y'all think I like, leave a comment at the bottom. I think y'all go through my channel. Y'all know what I'm vibing with. Y'all know what I like. I like, you know, real, authentic. I like real shit. I like some pain music, but I like talented shit too. Like this shit was different. That niggas Bleed was different. Leave some shit like that, man. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss no drops. It's up. It's 𝐑𝐃, man. I'm out.